Today on Jer and Jeff Eat New West, we are talking about the Eat New West quarantine cook-off. We are here today with frequent contestants, frequent winners, Jean-François and Bonnie. Have you participated in every quarantine cook-off at this point?
No, we found it maybe mid-April, and Jay Freemantle was actually the host that first time through, and I was watching it through, and we decided that we wanted to try it the week after.
You haven't heard of the quarantine cook-off yet. This was the brainchild of a member of the Eat New West Facebook group, Lisa Malie Skillen. She sent us a message on March 18th, right as the sort of beginning of the COVID stuff. Hey, everybody's trapped at home. Let's have a cooking challenge. She came up with some ingredients and just see what happened. And it has gone absolutely nuts. Every week, the last week's winner comes up with a new challenge. There's ingredients, there's all sorts of stuff.
I'll speak to Lisa's part a little bit as well, because from a competitor's perspective and what we do sort of every week when we get to sort of settle in and figure out what's going on, and we get that surprise of those ingredients popped into our feed and that sort of inspiration that happens with it. Lisa really created something from the start that was inspiring for us, and that brought us together as a community in a way at a time when things were a little bit, we didn't know what was happening. It was very uncertain. It was right at the beginning of the COVID pandemic piece. And it just gave us a little bit of a focus, something positive to look forward to in our week and something to keep us moving forward. You see those comments in the feed every week when people start posting their final presentations. And the community is just so supportive of each other. Oh, that's such a great idea, and this is so cool, and I love that you did this. When we're coordinating it, I think I've done it 3 times now, coordinating the actual event. The support that you get from the other people that are involved in the process is so cool, and from the food community in New West as well, from restaurateurs and those people who are coming and stepping up as judges, and those people that are coming in and giving us prizes and all kinds of stuff like that for no other reason than just to be involved in this community.
And you've got 12 hours to create a meal with what you have on hand that you wouldn't normally have thought about.
Yeah, it's a great way to kill a Saturday, right? Because especially with the quarantine, it just filled those Saturdays really nicely. And it's a fun little puzzle, right? You get a bunch of ingredients that may not sound like they go together and try and turn them into something fun. My favorite part of the day is waking up, seeing what the ingredients are, and then coming up with something.
You're presented with these 3 or 4 very simple things, and then to create a creation. Like, it's almost, for me personally, it's almost like this could go so many different ways that I need someone to tell me there needs to be a little bit more direction.
We became members in April. I was curious about, we just moved to New West a year ago, and I wanted to understand better the community that we live in. And I saw that there was New West Cooks, there's New West Plant-Based Cooking, there's New West Eat New West, sorry. And I immediately just went to all of them. And I was looking at what was there. But the only one that had this fun idea was Eat New West. And I was like, I want to do this. We like to cook, we like to show off, so this is the best thing. We can't have people over, so let's make them jealous.
Yeah, and it's turned into a really nice way to kind of get a sense of community here, because we are new and we don't really know anybody here except the folks in the building that we're in. And so, it's been a nice way to kind of virtually meet people in the neighborhood who hopefully we'll get to see face to face someday.
Well, you guys just described the mission statement of the group. In the cook-off, because the judges aren't tasting anything, presentation is even more important than it would be. I think the 2 skills that are important to winning the contest are presentation and storytelling. Like the people who are able to tell the story of how they came up with it and maybe a little bit of what went wrong and what worked, like that really helps with the judges. Do you guys have any tips for somebody getting started on how they can make their presentation of their food just a little bit better?
To me, it's about being interesting. Like the lamb bannock one that we did. We hadn't gotten to do bannock the week before because we were doing that challenge. So I thought, okay, we want to make bannock. That'll be our brand. And then we'd seen someone kind of cook, what was it called?
So it's a British show called Crazy Delicious. And she did damper bread.
Yeah.
and she wrapped it around a dowel, and she stuffed it. She was supposed to do a hot dog, and she stuffed it in the bannock, and we both sat there and said, that is so clever.
Yeah, what I was picturing at that one was more like a cornucopia. I thought, like, wouldn't it be nice if you could see the nice brown bread? So I think this is one thing I would say to anyone who wants to do well. Meuniere, you know, you want browning somewhere. You want some of that golden color happening somewhere on the plate, because that just looks delicious. And then with that one, we had the meat kind of pouring out like a cornucopia, and made sure that very intentionally, like, placed sort of a lot of the, because we had almonds there and little pieces of apricot. So really very intentionally placed some where they could be seen in a photo. And then you kind of think of your plate in 3D, because you're taking it, you know, you're taking it from an angle. So kind of what do you want in the foreground? If something's a little less interesting, it can be fuzzed out in the background.
It almost is a bit like a photography sort of composition. You're taking that sort of approach.
The color of your plate is going to be important. Think about the colors of the food that you have and what plate you want. And so we have white plates when we want to make sure the color of the food isn't there, but our Japanese plates are bluish and white. And you can lose it, like yesterday's presentation.
Yeah, the blueberries got a little
The
lost.
blueberries and the red cabbage with the polenta. I don't think that was our best plating. I needed white, or I should have used a different color cabbage to pull that dish together, because the two purples got lost in the blue.
We only have like 3 plates, so yeah, there's only so many choices.
We're not like Jay with these gorgeous oblong shapes. Play around. I mean, a piece of wood is an amazing thing to work with, because you can just lay it flat and then you've got a long angle. So that which didn't quite work could be at the farthest end, and that which you really want to highlight and focus on your story can be forward. You really are looking at it kind of like a quilt. How do these colors work together, and what story do I want my food to tell?
I mean, most of us thought you guys were obviously professionally trained chefs, but obviously no. This is just you're from Quebec, and I guess the bar is quite high there.
But, you know, in Montreal, it's that every Friday somebody's cooking for something. Like, you're either at someone's house or you have people over to your place. Like, that's where the evening starts. Then you go out for the drinks and everything else, but usually meals are at people's homes. So.
Thank you guys so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you so much, guys.
You guys very much.
Can I have some wine now?
Yes, you can.
Oh.